I'm going to do a Hufflepuff inspired makeup look while I talk about the Hufflepuff house. This is one video of 4 parts out of all of the houses, and I'm also doing a Pottermore quiz where you can see which house I am in. Previously I was in Hufflepuff, and as of now I am in another house that I'm going to talk about in the house that I am in that video. Yeah. Uh, so let me just explain. The video of the makeup and where I'm talking a lot is a bit brighter because I had a problem with my SD card. So the intro and the outro is darker than the video itself. But I fixed it. I have it fixed. It's okay now. Yeah. So if you like Harry Potter, if you like makeup, if you like listening to me ramble on, this is a video for you. So let's just get started. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start off with clipping my hair back because it's going to be annoying throughout this whole video if I have my hair in my face. So yeah. There it is. So the foundation and concealer and powder I'm not gonna really talk about. I'm going to show you what I use, but I'm not really gonna talk about that because I have a lot of things I want to say in this video. So I think we're just gonna get started. So for this video, you already know that I'm going to do Hufflepuff. And how I chose Hufflepuff first is I asked one of my friends to pick one of the houses. She chose Hufflepuff, so I'm doing Hufflepuff. And I actually do have a tie that is Hufflepuff, so I'm just gonna put that there. I don't know how to tie a tie, but I thought it was cute. Yeah. I'm talking about Hufflepuff. Yeah. So, the founder of Hufflepuff was Helga Hufflepuff, which she is a Welsh witch, one of the original 4 founders, of course, while the other founders chose to have specific traits in each student. She chose to accept everyone. People kind of call Hufflepuff the trash can of the 4 houses. I think it's so good that she chose to accept everyone instead of doing what the others did. So yeah, she had no preferences. She was born in the 10th century and was born in Wales. And we don't know if she was born into Hufflepuff or married into Hufflepuff. So Helga Hufflepuff, she brought people from different backgrounds together to help in the building of Hogwarts, while the other founders took students that were brave, ambitious, or intelligent. She took the loyal, hardworking, patient, and tolerant, and treated them all equally. So yeah, that was the students that she wanted in her house. She had a gift for food-related charms, and her recipes are still used at the big feasts at Hogwarts, which you can also see in the movies and read about in the books. And she also arranged for house elves to work in the kitchen because that was the safest place for them to work at the time, and gave them some place to stay, really, because they were often mistreated or misused by witches and wizards. So her appearance, she was more of a curvy woman. Like I found a lot of places where it said like she was a big woman or something like that. She was a plump woman. I would like to call her a curvy woman. She had brown hair and blue eyes, and she often wore a smile on her face and often wore brown or yellow dresses. And she was known for her compassion, charm, and her accepting nature. I don't know if you can see these colors, but house colors for Hufflepuff was yellow for wheat and black for soil. Yeah, and the Hufflepuff house points hourglass contains yellow diamonds, which I did not know that there were like specific types of things in the hourglasses that represented the different houses. I just thought it was like something yellow or something blue or something red or anything like that. But yeah, the more you learn. The animal of Hufflepuff is a badger, and I think it's the cutest animal of all the house animals. All the houses have been put into different elements, and the Hufflepuff house is the earth element because of the colors chosen for the house. You can also put them in the earth element because mostly all of the Hufflepuff students are really, really good at herbology. I have no idea if I'm saying that right, but herbology, which if you have read the books or watched the movies, is the class Professor Sprout is teaching. So the traits of a Hufflepuff is hardworking, patient, fairness, just, loyalty, and modesty. And they are not as competitive as the other houses. And Hufflepuff house is also the most inclusive among the houses. They are also known for their strong moral code and treating everyone equal. They are also thought of as the least talented house with the least talented wizards and witches if you listen to the Sorting Hats poem. The only time that there has really been some sort of rivalry between Hufflepuff and another house was in the Triwizard Cup because of the unusual circumstances of the election of both Gryffindor house student Harry Potter and Hufflepuff house student Cedric Diggory as champions, but that was resolved afterwards, and also because they thought it was unfair that there was two houses from Hogwarts that was chosen for the competition. Hufflepuff is also the house that produced the fewest dark wizards throughout its history. And while I'm just blending this, the head of house, there has been a lot of them, but in Harry Potter's time, so throughout the Harry Potter books, not throughout the Fantastic Beasts movies or the Cursed Child, I believe, but throughout Harry Potter books and movies, it is Professor Pomona Sprout that was head of Hufflepuff house. So each house also has a house ghost, and the Hufflepuff house ghost, this is the house ghost that I have least information about because he isn't really mentioned ever really, and his story has no like significant meaning to it. While the 3 other house ghosts are like quite interesting. And the house ghost of Hufflepuff also isn't really shown that much screen time in the movies as well. So you may not know who their house ghost is, but their house ghost is called the Fat Friar. Yeah, and I'm going to talk about him when I get back after I have done my brows. Okay, so while I do eyeshadow, I will talk about the Fat Friar. Yeah. I'm going to use the Beauty Bay Brights palette, of course, like the last few videos I've done, and I'm going to use Hello Sunshine. So, the Fat Friar, Hufflepuff's house ghost. So, the Fat Friar, I could not, for the life of me, find his name. I could not find his name, which annoys the crap out of me, but you know. So, the Fat Friar was a wizard who previously attended Hogwarts. He was a jolly man and very forgiving, and he was, of course, a student at the Hufflepuff house. So, at some point after graduating from Hogwarts, he joined the clergy as a part of a mendicant religious order. So he became like a monk kind of thing. And he indulged in the pleasures of food and drinks, which is why he is called the Fat Friar, because of his larger physical appearance. But his kindness was unfortunately what doomed him in the end. He was executed because senior churchmen grew suspicious of his ability to cure pox merely by poking peasants with a stick, so a wand, and his ill-advised habit of pulling rabbits out of the communion cup. I can't talk. The communion cup. So he pulled rabbits out of the communion cup. And after his death, he returned to Hogwarts when he became the house ghost of his former house. Like all the other ghosts have kind of like a funny story, or like some type of like a more gruesome death or something like that. And of course it's sad that he was killed for curing people of pox, and like entertaining in a church. But all the other ghosts have also like some story to them. Yeah, he was a monk. Yeah. So I've just put that yellow in my crease and a little bit up here, and like just wing it out because I don't really like the round shape, round eyeshadow shape on me. Yeah. So because the house colors of Hufflepuff is yellow and black, I'm going to do a very whimsical eye, because I find like Hufflepuff's is like so sweet and like kind of the hippies of the houses. So I wanted to do something yellow whimsical kind of thing. So I'm just gonna use some more of that yellow, and I'm going to do halo eye. I'm just kind of feeling a halo eye, I don't know. So the look that I'm doing is based off of what I feel like the makeup look for each house should look like. And what I love about a halo eye, especially if you're using something like this color, it's very easy to do because you pat it on the inner corner to the outer corner and then blend it in the crease, and that's kind of it. I'm going to take the Jaclyn Hill palette, the first one, and I have no idea what this shade is called. Creamsicle, I think, just to deepen that yellow. It's kind of a orangey yellow type of shade, but just to deepen it just a little. And then I'm taking a big fluffy brush and just blending out those edges. And for the middle of the eye, just to keep it very soft, I'm using the Becca highlighter in Vanilla Quartz because it has like kind of this warm tone. While I do my eyes, I'll talk about the Hufflepuff common room, which is called the Hufflepuff basement, which is kind of a downgrade when you listen to some of the other houses' common rooms, but inside is kind of fabulous because the Hufflepuff basement is actually the only house common room that has never been seen by outsiders or anyone that has not been in Hufflepuff house. So they have never been seen by anyone other than Hufflepuffs, and is also the only house with repellent devices in case of intruders, and they are accessed through a pile of large barrels found stacked in a shadowy stone recess on a right-hand side corridor near the kitchens. And if you go through there, there's a big tunnel, and then you get to the common room as a secure device to repel non-Hufflepuff students. Tapping on the wrong barrel or tapping the incorrect number of times results in one of the other lids bursting off, drenching the imposter in vinegar. And that is some security device, I'll say that. It is said that the common room is very cozy, very welcoming place, and it seems to always be sunny, and it's very large, very earthy, round room with low ceilings. Didn't want to go too much into detail about the common room because it's a common room. We don't really see it or hear about it that much in the books or in the movies, so I didn't want to do too much about that. And then I'm going into the Jaclyn Hill palette again and going in with Beam, just to give it more shine. And I'm doing the exact same thing on the lower lash line that I did on my lid. So I'm just gonna do that, and then I'll come right back with the last Hufflepuff stuff that I have. So what I did while I was away was I did the thing under my eyes and also in the middle of the eye to represent how good they are at herbology and to represent the head of the house, Professor Sprout. I added from the Beauty Bay Brights palette, I added Rise and Shine in the middle. And then I did black liner in my waterline to represent the black a little. Yeah. And now I'm going to do some contour. So for bronzer, I have used the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil. And I'm just doing lightly where I want it. And then I'm doing some blush, which is Sommer from the Nico Tutorials Beauty Bay palette, which I have been loving lately. And then I'm just blending that out a little bit because right now I look like a clown. And then I'm kind of feeling freckles right now. So I'm gonna do with the little Freck one. I'm gonna do some freckles. So what I'm doing with this Freck is I'm doing dots, just random dots, and then I'm taking my finger and pressing it on the wet freckle, and then I am kind of transferring them to other places to make it more of a random thing. And I don't know, I felt freckles because Hufflepuffs are seen as like the sweet house, and they're very caring to animals, and like they have never produced a dark wizard or a Death Eater at all. So I just found like freckles was the best thing. And it has been a while since I have done freckles, so I thought, why not? Then I'm going to do the Becca highlighter again in Vanilla Quartz, and I'm just doing it lightly. And then for lips, I'm going to do the Dose of Colors Matte Liquid Lip in Truffle. And I can't talk while I do that, so just a second. And there. And I didn't want to overline my lips too much today. I don't know. I feel like with this look, it needed something a little less dramatic than an overlined lip moment. So the last thing that I'm going to do with the Hufflepuff house is tell you about some of its iconic members, which is of course Pomona Sprout, who is an herbology professor at the time of the Harry Potter books and movies. Then we have Newt Scamander, who is the main person in Fantastic Beasts series, who I personally love. I love him, okay? I love him. And then we have Nymphadora Tonks. She marries Remus Lupin later on and has their son, Teddy Lupin. And then we have Cedric Diggory, rest in peace, Cedric Diggory. And then we have Teddy Lupin, Nymphadora Tonks, and Remus Lupin's son. And that was like the main people that we know of. That was the people that I was like, oh my god, they're in Hufflepuff. I wanted to include them. Yeah, I'm just gonna put on some setting spray. And then we're done. So, this is the first video filmed of the Harry Potter series I'm doing right now. I'm still getting a hang of talking about other than makeup, which I'm actually kind of love doing. And I'm kind of thinking about doing it more often than normal. So, yeah, I was really feeling this Hufflepuff look, and I didn't want the black to be too much in this look, which is why it's only lashes and a little bit of eyeliner. I was actually previously a Hufflepuff, which is why I have the Hufflepuff tie. I'm actually another house now. Okay, let me explain. So it's quite a bit later. I had a problem with my SD card in my camera, so that's why it's so dark now. I still have on the makeup. It's a couple of hours later now. Yeah, so yeah, I filmed everything makeup related, and yeah, I went home to my parents, picked up a new SD card. I don't know why I have concealer in my hand. I picked up some packages and ate some food. So that is the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed because I really liked doing this. Yeah, so I will see you in my next video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my face. And I will see you next time. Bye!